Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Aman. In today's episode, we are going to discuss about number of approaches to develop a Python program. So till now, we are used Python command prompt, right? So this is Python command prompt. By using this only, we have executed our things. Apart from this Python command prompt, we have another approaches. So let's see a number of approaches to develop Python program. Directly going to approaches, we have to recall the small content. What is program and its purpose? I already explained this topic, what is program and its purpose, in video called Program Fundamentals. So just recall the things. What is a program? A set of optimized instructions is called program. In real time, the purpose of writing the program is that to perform some task or operation. So in order to perform some sort of task or in order to perform some sort of operation, we are going to write the program. So what is a program means? A set of optimized instructions is known as program. So see here, the optimized instructions are nothing but it must satisfy the following properties. The optimized instructions in the sense which it takes less time complexity and less space complexity. Time complexity in the sense the time taken to execute the program. Space complexity in the sense memory space required to store the program. So for an optimized instructions, the time complexity and space complexity must and should less. Then only it is known as optimized instructions. In Python programming environment, the Python programmer develops a collection of optimized instructions, right? So who are the Python programmer? He can develop optimized instructions, collection of optimized instructions. And they must save some name, file name with extension .py in order to know which file is that. By using this extension .py, we can know that that is Python file. At last, file name .py, which is called as program, right? In this file name .py, the program is existed. Program in a sense set of optimized instructions were existed in this file name .py. So that program is also known as a source code. And the file name .py contains a source code. So before knowing the approaches, these are the important things we have to recall, right? The next is in real time, we can develop Python program by using two approaches. See, they are one is interactive approach, second thing is batch mode approach. So the Python programs can done in two approaches, interactive approach and batch mode approach, right? So now let's see what is interactive approach. Come here. In interactive approach, the Python programmer can write one statement at a time and execute one statement at a time and gives results at a time for that statement only. In interactive approaches, the programmer write one statement at a time, execute one statement at a time, gives results at a time for that statement. The advantage of interactive approach is that we can test one instructions at a time. So we can test one instructions at a time by using this interactive approach. That is an advantage. So we have limitations. See here, the limitation of this interactive approach is that it is unable to save the source code. So the programmer is not able to reuse the code in other part of project or application. So in this interactive approach, programmer can't save the code. He not able to reuse the code in other part of the application or project, right? So this is a limitation of this interactive approach. So the interactive approach is not recommended to solve big problems. It is always recommended to go for batch mode. So in order to solve big problems, we have to use batch mode only. Let's see the examples of ways of interactive approaches. So one is the Python command prompt. Till now, these 56 episodes we have completed, right? So that 56 episodes we have done in this Python command prompt, right? Let's see, this is Python command prompt, right? Now I'm going to use a simple program. See, A is equals to 10 and B is equals to 20 and C is equals to A plus B. See, I'm trying to print directly C. So the output is 30, right? So this is our set of instructions, right? So this set of instructions, there is no option in this Python command prompt to save this set of instructions, right? So we can't save the program. Again, so once if I close this Python command prompt and I try to open again, then if I want to retrieve A, see here it gives name error. See, name error, right? So if I want to access anything that I have defined previously, if I do this print of C, then it is going to throw an error called name error. See, name error. C is not defined. So once you close the Python command prompt and reopen again, then that code or that program will not be available for that developer or Python programmer. Till the data types chapter, we have to practice the coding in this Python command prompt only. So basic things are important. Next thing is Python IDLE shell. Now I'm introducing this Python IDLE shell. See here. So this is Python IDLE shell, right? So I'm opening this. So this is also one type of Python command prompt only. See here, I'm declaring A is equals to 10, right? So B is equals to 20. C is equals to A plus B. I declared it. And I have to try to print it like this. Print C. Now I have to print C. See here, 30 has been retrieved, right? So if I close this IDLE shell and I try to reopen this IDLE shell, see here, if I try to reopen this, then if I try to access my previous A, see, it throws name error, right? So the same thing that happened in Python command prompt, right? This is a type of interactive approaches by using this Python command prompt and by using this IDLE shell. So we can write one statement at a time and execute one statement at a time and gives results at a time for that statement. So this is the example softwares for interactive approach. Now, the second approach is batch mode approach. Let's see what is batch mode approach. So, in batch mode approach, the Python programmer solves big problem by writing batch or group of optimized instructions and saved in some file name or program name so that Python programmer can reuse that code in other project or applications. So in order to reuse the code, batch or group of optimized instructions are saved on some name, that is file name or program name. The program is saved by using the extension called .py in order to know that file is Python file. So the example softwares for this batch mode approach is one is Python IDLE shell. Another thing is Python real-time IDs. So this Python IDLE shell acts as interactive approach and batch mode approach. So how it will access both? Let's see. I have already said how it will access interactive approach in this interactive approach. So let's see how it is going to act as batch mode approach. See, now I'm opening ideal shell. So if you observe here, we have these options. So one is file, edit, shell, debug, options, window, help, right? So these options are not there in Python command prompt, right? So the thing is this. So here in the file sections, new file I want to open. So this is my new file. A is equals to 20, B is equals to 80, C is equals to A plus B. See here, print of C. So I have to save this file. See, file in this save as. So I want to save in this location. So I am keeping my Python file name as. So sum is my file name. And here save as a type. I have to click here Python files in order to save directly .py. So if we want to do, we can do like this also. Sum.py. So if I try to save it, so it has saved, see here. So here the file name is sum.py. So in order to execute this group of statements, see here, I'm going to use here, we have run option. So in this, we have to use here run module. So if I click here, the output will be shown like this. So here, so the output is shown in one window, code is shown in one window, right? So we can save this file name in this IDLE shell. So if I try to close this IDLE shell and if I try to open, so if I try to reopen this IDLE shell, see here, in order to access my previous program, so I'm going to here file section. So in this file section, we have an option called open. So here I have saved that file in documents in this folder. See some, right? So I'm going to open this as sum. So this is our program, right? So if I try to run this, run module. So then output is okay, right? 100. So by this way, we can reuse our code in Python IDLE shell, Python real-time IDEs. So apart from this Python IDLE shell, we have Python real-time IDEs. So these are the third-party things. They provide an environment in order to execute Python programs. So the best real-time IDE is PyCharm. So we can do the code in PyCharm. We can do that Python code in Anaconda Jupyter Notebook, Anaconda Navigator, Anaconda Spider. So we can execute Python program in VS Code and Google Colab and etc. We have. So we have so many Python real-time IDEs that provides a certain environment in order to execute our Python programs. So this is about batch mode approach. So in order to develop Python program, we have two approaches, right? So this is all about number of approaches to develop Python program. Apart from these, so this is notepad, right? So in this notepad, I am going to write some program. A is equals to 10, B is equals to 90, and C is equals to A plus B. Here, I want to print C. So I'm going to save here. I have saved this. So the file name is someone.py. See here, someone.py, right? So I have written my code in text editor. So Notepad is some sort of text editor, right? If I want to run this program, then I'm going to see here. I'm going to open my file explorer where the program has been saved. So here the program someone has been saved, right? So here at this point, I'm going to click here CMD. If I do this, so directly our system command prompt is open. See here, this is our Windows command prompt, right? So the command in order to execute the Python programs in this Windows command prompt is py space our file name someone.py, right? So if I directly try to execute this thing, see here, the output is 100, right? We can develop our Python programs by interactive approach, by batch mode approach. Apart from these approaches, we can execute our Python program by using our Windows command prompt also. So these are the three approaches to develop Python program. So in upcoming episodes, we are going to discuss about print function, how this print function is used in Python programming. We have 7 ways to declare this print function. So that we'll see in upcoming episodes. So that's all for today's episode. I hope you all understand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Aman Coach. Thank you so much for watching.